afternoon, everyone. Once again, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity for this particular session. As the anchor just mentioned, the session for today is Rewiring Education and EdTech, Skilling, Smart Learning, and New Age Academy Boom. As we all know that Indian education landscape is undergoing a tectonic shift. No longer confined to the chalkboard and the generic ecosystem, the learning today is hybrid, skill-based, and deeply tech-enabled. From AI tutors to skill-based academies, which are rising in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, we are seeing a massive realignment on how knowledge is consumed and, more importantly, how it is applied. This session explores the new frontiers of education, vocational training going mainstream, AI-enhanced classrooms, and evolving expectations from students, parents, and employers. Most importantly, we'll look into how these innovations are reaching beyond metros and creating a scalable quality education model across Bharat. I am thrilled that I am joined by the three trailblazers today who are here and who are already working in this ecosystem. So without doing much ado now, I would like to simply dive into the topic for today and request Dr. Rathore to give his brief overview on this particular topic today.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Jan sir, for so nice of you for bringing this panel together on the stage. And I would like to thank Franchise India for organizing this startup event. So, my name is S.K. Rathore. I am founder, chairman, and managing director of Sanford Group of Schools. I am into the education sector for last more than 24 years. We started our first preschool in year 2000 and launched our brand in 2009. And today we have more than 250 preschool, primary school and 10+2 schools running successfully in 3 countries, India, Nepal and Bangladesh. I'm not sure Bangladesh, we have a school or not because the franchises are not picking my phone now. So 2 countries. So the topic what we are given to discuss and share our thoughts. See, we started from Delhi NCR only. We started our first preschool from Noida, then expanded nearby. And today we have our schools even in the remotest of the remotest place in the country. We have a school in Imphal, which is just for last almost 2 years. We have we opened our one school in a village just some 150 kilometers from this place, and the kind of excitement we have seen in the parents there we have not seen in the cities like Delhi or any big cities. Right. So the need of quality education is everywhere there in the country. This is the responsibility of the people like me sitting on the dais and working in this field to take this quality education to everywhere where it is required, basically. Right, right. One thing. Second, it is not possible without the technology.
Yes.
So today the education could not happen without technology. We cannot ignore whether the parent like or don't like, whether they talk about the screen time or not screen time. Mm-hmm. But we have to integrate the technology in the school system, whether it is a preschool or the university. In education sector, we have to integrate the technology. Without technology, we cannot do what we wanted to do. We cannot deliver the quality education. So we were the first preschool brand in the country in 2009 because my background was from the technology. I worked with Wipro and I am from the technology side. So when we thought of coming out as a brand, then I integrated the technology in preschool sector first time in the country in year 2009.
Oh, that's excellent.
So I brought touchscreen computer that time when touchscreen was not there in the country. So I brought touchscreen, I imported touchscreen, then I brought some content from other countries so that children can play on the small screen for a limited period of time. So today, we are the only school brand who have content or curriculum or complete course material based on the augmented reality. Right. So it is required. The integration of technology is required, and that is why we are getting good response in our schools, even in the villages. So we cannot ignore the technology.
Very right.
That is the way forward only.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to request Dr. Rajiv to talk about what is the expectation of parents, students, and employers from education in the current age, that is 2025 and future years.
Good after, Good afternoon, everyone. I first of all congratulate the entire Franchise India team and the allied partner companies of Francorp Group and the Bharat Startup Summit for organizing such a wonderful event at this moment of the time when security was the main concern. And Dr. Jain, Dr. Rathore, and Mr. Vikram for being here available and talking on a topic which is the need of the hour. What is the expectation of anyone in 2025 from education industry? And since we both represent the preschool industry, I would like to introduce myself. I'm CA Dr. Rajiv Gupta. Started my first school, Golden Wells Early Years, in 2004. That was the dream of my father, Shri H.R. Gupta, who is former secretary CBSE. He wanted a school with global mindset, global education system and global children who could travel from a play school to a formal school having the mindset of a rock star. So since last 21 years, we have been delivering preschool education, and we are proud to be India's first kindergarten school which is having its own in-house curriculum based on the theory of multiple intelligence. Heavily awarded by the Vice President of India, Forbes India, Deloitte, Pricewaterhouse, Economic Times, India Today, being the governing body member of Delhi University, being the early child care member of Delhi Education, Delhi government, being the business blaster coach for Delhi government. In this last 21 years, what I have understood education is, it's a very bold statement, India does not teach. India is just finishing the curriculum given by the school teachers at the onset of pre-boards, which happen in December generally all over the country. 90% of the schools don't finish their curriculum, and we are asking children to prepare for pre-boards. So this saddening affair of education system in the country hurt me, pained me, and being the son of a person who is former secretary of CBSE, I on that day told my father that one day Golden Bells will become a national name, and the tag, "Let's change the way India teaches," is going to be with me till the time I'm alive. It's going to the graves with me. Let's change the way India teaches. Multiple intelligence, why? Every child is intelligent. Every human being is intelligent. In 1983, a theory came, Dr. Howard Gardner, you are not intelligent, you are multiple intelligent. And how do we incorporate that system in a kindergarten? That was a challenge for us. I did my PhD on multiple intelligence. I traveled all across the globe. And after 3 years of dedication with my academic team, I started India's first MI-based school in Ashok Vihar, then in Pitampura, then in Model Town, now in Greater Noida and Gurugram. And for the first time, we are coming to Franchise India to give our dream that every child is a genius waiting to be discovered, first. Second, nobody should be left behind. As Dr. Rathore rightly said, education is the need of the hour. It's not a leisure. And kindergarten education has become a luxury for many to afford. Everyone wants to send their child to a kindergarten. The rising fee structure and the usage of technology and the misuse of technology also has compelled us to be very sensitive and careful about where to open up kindergarten. As he rightly said, screen time. Today, parents, when they come to school, they talk to the counselor and hand over their mobile phone and tablet to the child. From that day, we decided, I might be going against your vision, but we have zero screen time in our schools. The reason is, after 3 hours, the child goes to the house और 22 घंटे वो स्क्रीन पे ही लगा रहता है. Parents have made an excuse if they are busy with their own life, they hand over their mobile phone or tablets to the child. So at least in school we avoid screen time. We have a zero screen time policy. Now incorporating the multiple intelligence curriculum into the kindergarten stage again was a challenge. So we have devised our academy and our curriculum in such a way that each and every concept which is told through sensory and story-based integration program as per the directives of the National Education Policy and National Curriculum Framework, that each and every concept is told through a story and that is integrated into the curriculum, and out of that story all the 8 intelligences are invoked. So at the end of the academic year, when the child graduates from one foundation stage to another foundation stage, we give an assessment report to the parents that your child is having this much intelligence in this area, needs to work upon in these areas, so that when the child goes to a formal school, the teacher there and the entire stakeholders of the child, the parent and the school and the community, should be aware where to focus on that child's education system. We in India still now think that our child will become this or that when the child enters grade 9. So 14 years of the precious time are already lost. So it is the duty of the kindergarten to direct and advise the parent what is the purpose of giving education to a child who is coming to us, and this we are beautifully doing through the curriculum of multiple intelligence. So again, nobody should be left behind, as he rightly said. Let's change the way India teaches is my dream, and most important thing is we can do it. The thing is we should know that we can do it. And one message I would like to give to everyone is we should always believe in saying let's do it. So we should always be focused on doing rather than trying. So trying, according to me, is a thing which holds you back. You should always be, yes, I am for it, I am ready to do it, I will try or I will do. यहीं पे आपकी सिचुएशन और पर्सनैलिटी चेंज हो जाती है. तो 2025 and year onwards, parents, the teachers and the entire community is very hopeful that kindergartens are going to play a major role, and we are focused on providing education to each and every child who deserves to be educated. And every child who is born on the land of India has a fundamental right to be educated, and we are on for it. Thank you very much.
I think we should definitely clap for the fact that what Sir has said, that every child who is born on the soil of India has the right to be educated, and we are on for it. So now I would request Mr. Vikram Shah to just give his idea on how we can really balance personalized tech-based learning with the need for human mentorship when it comes to,
I think
education.
clearly with the tech enablement and AI and all that, the education is now reaching at a rapid scale and pace in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which is our topic largely with respect to what is happening beyond metros. AI classrooms, hybrid learning, ensuring that students have the flexibility to study when they are ready. All this is shaping education across the board in all the cities in India in a major way. If you look at broadly from a skill point of view, largely the employers are looking at skill-based outcome rather than exam-based outcome, and they are clearly demanding that. Parents are also looking at this from the lens of what is value-oriented as well as affordable. Students are looking at it largely from a point of view of flexibility as well as learning in the school, in the classroom, rather than on the job. So all this is shaping up in a big way in driving the future forward for Indians, especially in the education sector. And we clearly see this as a big change which is coming in across the board, but India is adopting it very fast because we have got a lot of population in that tier 2 and tier 3 sector which needs education. The equity and access in India with respect to education is not that great in smaller markets, and I think that with AI coming in, with technology driven tools coming in, that will go beyond our expectation and students will be able to learn at a faster scale and a better pace across India.
Thank you very much. Dr. Rajiv Gupta just mentioned that in his schools they are having zero screen time. So when we are talking about rewiring education and edtech, so somewhere down the line we are looking at technology involvement in the education ecosystem. So with zero screen time, how we are able to really work upon it, and how really we are able to face this kind of a challenge?
Technology is for parents, not for their 2-year-old child. A 2-year-old child has the entire life to understand smartphones and gadgets. The school responsibility is to update what is happening in the school to the parents and the guardians. The child can learn. We did our learning without any gadgets, and learning never stops. First thing, curriculums have never changed since 1000 years. The method of teaching has changed. How do you teach is important. What you teach has been same since ages. A के बाद B आना है, 1 के बाद 2 आना है, सबको पता है. So software is what? Processing of a thing in a faster way so that manual work is diminished. Ultimately the solution is the same. Either we do manually or through calculator or through a computer. So it is the processing of our knowledge which has become technology oriented. But again, stories को सुनाने के लिए हमें टेक्नोलॉजी की जरूरत नहीं है. दादी दादा नाना नानी बहुत अच्छी स्टोरी सुनाते हैं, और यही हमारे ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में बोला है कि वट एवर यू टीच, वेर एवर यू टीच, एट वट स्टेज यू टीच एंड वट क्लास यू टीच, इट शुड बी थ्रू स्टोरीज. अगर मैं स्टोरी के थ्रू आपको कुछ सुनाना चाहूँ कि मेरे पापा की इच्छा ये है कि मेरे सारे स्कूलों के अंदर मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस करिकुलम होना चाहिए, तो आपको एक वर्ड जरूर याद रहेगा, मेरे पापा की इच्छा ये. तो ये कहानियाँ ही होती हैं
जी.
तो कहानियों के लिए हमें कुछ दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है,
Sure.
सिर्फ बोलने की जरूरत है, समझाने की जरूरत है. टेक्नोलॉजी इज फॉर पेरेंट्स एट आवर स्टेज. व्हेन वी मूव टू kindergarten, from kindergarten to a formal school, obviously technology has an important role, and we have seen during COVID times it was the entire world was on technology.
Yes.
But again now we are past COVID again, so I think technology can be avoided till the kindergarten age, and then we can move.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to ask one question to Dr. Rathore. Since you are having a chain of schools, now, for example, we are trying to reach out to tier 2, tier 3 cities. So, going in a conventional method will definitely take a lot of time. How can we really use technology, and how you can really make use of the edtech facilities to reach out to larger population? So, if you look at it from the school point of view.
Yeah. So we have schools in metro cities.
Yes.
We have a school in rural area also.
Yes.
In between we have a school.
Yes.
Rural area to cities, larger
Right.
cities. So whenever we go to remote locations like Imphal was disturbed for last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
but education was happening
Mm-hmm.
with the help of technology only.
Right.
So same way, if we go to there is a small place, the district in UP, Bagpat,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and there is a village, a small village near the Bagpat. We opened our branch 3 years back, and we have more than 500 admissions in 3 years. Just because we could not find good teachers there,
Mm-hmm.
because गांव में अच्छी teachers कहाँ से मिलेंगे?
जी.
Whoever is trained, they'll definitely shift to the big
metros
cities.
or the bigger
क्योंकि
cities.
गांव में तो इतनी salary नहीं मिलेगी.
जी जी.
Then we picked up the best candidate out of those,
Right.
and we used the technology to train them to deliver. So we in the small places where it is very difficult to find out the good resource, we are using those people as the facilitator,
Right.
and we use the technology to deliver the education.
Right.
So what Rajiv is saying, that is very perfect. We should avoid the use of technology in early years.
True.
But at many of the places and because of many of the reasons, we have to use it. See, in early years, we are using AR application. So if we talk about the child, he rightly said the child is using technology for 20 hours in the house. Not 20 hours, जब तक बच्चा जग रहा है, तो वो mother give the phone.
छोटा बच्चा माँ बाप से ज़्यादा जगता है.
हाँ, I know. तो वो जब भी मम्मी को परेशान कर रहा है, मम्मी ने फ़ोन पकड़ा दिया उसको, ले खेल तू बैठ के. तो what I say is, if child has to play on the mobile, why don't he learn out of it? मम्मी उसको लर्निंग ऐप दे देना.
But there has to be an age when we hand over, because देखिए when we give a mobile phone on a tablet with an internet, उस पे गांधी जी भी आएंगे और सनी लियोनी भी आएंगे. Right or wrong? So we cannot stop.
Yeah.
And most of the parents are now seeing Instagram reels. So when you scroll, वो Instagram reel तो सबको बच्चे को भी दिखाई देगी. And that is spoiling the sensitive child of a mind. And when we come to schools, what we hear from a 2-year-old child, what is happening in their houses, it is a shocking revelation.
Yeah.
Because
so when
the entire rooms, all the bedrooms are exposed to the school teachers via that 2.5-year-old child, what is happening in the school. And one more thing, जैसे आपने बोला good teacher. A good teacher is one, not on the basis of salary, not on the basis of education. A good teacher is one जो बात वो बोल रही है बच्चों को समझ आना चाहिए बच्चे की हिसाब से.
Yeah. The one who can engage a child.
यहाँ पे ऑडियंस होगी अराउंड 40. कितने लोगों को मेरी बात समझ आ रही है? तो आई एम अ गुड टीचर. I might talk like Shashi Tharoor and no one is able to understand. I will be a bad teacher. And what is happening in India is the state of affairs, क्योंकि मेरा जो मोटो है ना, लेट्स चेंज द वे इंडिया टीचेस. 90% बच्चा स्कूल का 3 बजे घर पहुंच के ट्यूशन करने जाता है. राइट और रॉन्ग?
जी.
क्यों? उसको कनेक्ट नहीं है टीचर के साथ.
टीचर के साथ कनेक्ट.
वही चीज़ वो ट्यूशन टीचर से समझ लेता है. तो वो ट्यूशन टीचर और स्कूल टीचर में क्या डिफरेंस है? वो गुड टीचर बैड टीचर इज नॉट कि आई एम फैंसी, आई हैव टॉक इन ऑक्सफोर्ड और कैम्ब्रिज इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, आई कम fully prepared with Google and NCERT and CBSE knowledge. Good teacher is one who is able to make the child understand in the way the child wants to understand. And that is what is multiple intelligence. कि आपका learning style क्या है? वो मैडम बहुत देर से लिख रही हैं, वो सर सुन रहे हैं, वो सर मुझे देख रहे हैं. सबका अपना अपना लर्निंग स्टाइल है. अगर मैं मैडम को बोलूँगा पेन और पेपर वहीं रख दो और मुझे देखते रहो सुनते रहो, तो आपकी लर्निंग डिस्टर्ब हो गई. फिर वो बोलेगा मैडम क्लास में जो पढ़ा रही है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. फिर वो ट्यूशन टीचर के पास जाके वही चीज़ अगर ट्यूशन टीचर उनको अलाउ करता है पेन से लिखने के लिए तो उनको समझ आ जाता है. तो डेफिनेशन ऑफ गुड टीचर बैड टीचर इज चाइल्ड सेंट्रिक, सब्जेक्टिव. एंड अगेन एज यू राइटली सेड, मेरी एंगेजमेंट आपके साथ है, उसका लर्निंग आउटकम ये है कि आपको मेरी बात आपके कन्वीनियंस के हिसाब से समझ आनी चाहिए, तो मैं गुड टीचर हूँ, नहीं तो आई एम जीरो.
In fact, just to add on this, that in the higher ed segment, if you look at it from a university point of view or higher ed institution point of view, the adoption of technology is at a far greater level in terms of adoption. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult to teach students across the board in higher ed. And with new ed techs coming in, and we know that the gross enrollment ratio of India is just 28%, and we have to increase it. EdTech powered with universities, helping universities deliver online degrees as well in a big way. So which is also helping our young youth from an employability standpoint as well in tier 2, 3, 4 cities. So that's a big change which is coming in the higher ed.
Right.
So
And one more thing I would like to add, then, sorry. Teachers को online ना तो डिग्री मिलनी चाहिए ना टीचिंग होनी चाहिए. उनको इंस्टीट्यूट में जाके पढ़ना चाहिए। आज की डेट में 90% टीचर्स इन इंडिया, वो गुड टीचर बैड टीचर इसलिए है क्योंकि दे आर डूइंग देयर डिग्रीज कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस।
But teaching
कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस से टीचर आप कैसे बन जाते हो मुझे समझ नहीं
B.Ed is
आता।
not happening correspondence now.
No, no.
It is stopped.
Correspondence का means you have enrolled in some university and you are not going there. You are just going there for
That is the
sake of
problem
your-
with our educational
वो तो
institution.
हाँ
and एक अगर
We are
आप
selling degrees basically.
we are selling education
Yeah.
and अगर आप मुझसे ये बोलेंगे एक शब्द में सम अप कर दीजिए उसको, तो ये मैसेज कहीं पे भी जा रहा हूँ, मैं अपने ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर से एक चीज़ की रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा, प्लीज़ हैव एन एजुकेटेड एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर।
So what Rajiv was saying that was very correct कि टीचर को कनेक्ट करना आना चाहिए बच्चों के साथ में। And what our education policy, the 2020 NEP 2020 says, the local language में communication होनी चाहिए, education should happen in the local language. That is very correct. लेकिन because Rajiv's schools are in metro cities, my school are in village also. It is very good teacher or bad teacher you can distinguish here in Delhi, sitting in Delhi. But when you go to a village
yes.
in western UP, जहाँ
is-
पर की लैंग्वेज का एक्सेंट भी वो जाटो वाला है,
जी 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 बिल्कुल।
it is very difficult to find out a teacher who can speak in right accent so that a child
Child
who
can
is
learn.
studying in primary school or 10+2 school, whenever he'll go to or she'll go to any university, she will be able to adjust with the children of the other cities. So it is very difficult. That is very correct, right? Rajiv is very correct at his place. But what I am experiencing across the country, because we have schools in the outskirts of the Lucknow also.
जी
Eastern accent in the Hindi language. We have a school in Western UP. Jat accent, Western accent in the language. Even the teachers are not that much. They have degrees. What Rajiv says, कि degree मिल रही है.
जी जी जी
They
degree.
have degree, but they don't have that kind of knowledge.
Right.
They don't have that kind of experience. So we have to use our resources
जी
to make them, understand the things how to deliver the classroom education.
right.
इसलिए मैंने बोला ना अभी, all of you must be reading newspapers. National education policy, new education policy is the thing of the talk since last 4-5 years. But the strange thing is, irony is, no one is implementing it. We are just writing it on papers. Window shopping हो रहा है, कुछ कर कोई कुछ नहीं रहा है।
दुर्भाग्य है ये हमारे
आपने
देश
वो
नहीं
आपने क्या किया न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में? अभी 4 दिन पहले सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डायरेक्टिव आ गया कि न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी माइट नॉट बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय ऑल द स्टेट्स। तो दैट इज द लैंग्वेज 3 लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम, अपनी लोकल लैंग्वेज, स्टेट लैंग्वेज और नेशनल लैंग्वेज। कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द नेशनल लैंग्वेज ऑफ इंडिया? इट इज nobody knows. There is no national language.
No language.
no language
So first of all, there is no national language. Hindi is not a national language.
Not.
It is the national language only for Hindi people. So for South India, they have their own languages. तो नेशनल लैंग्वेज जिस कंट्री में नेशनल लैंग्वेज ही नहीं है, वहाँ पे नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी कैसे लागू होगी? अभी मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ तो आधे लोगों को समझ आ रहा है। अगर मैं मद्रास भी या चेन्नई में जाता हूँ, चलो अभी लिखते तो मद्रास हाई कोर्ट है लेकिन बोलते चेन्नई, हम खुद ही कंफ्यूज हैं। हम गुड़गांव लिखते हैं, गुरुग्राम लिखते हैं, यहाँ गुड़गावा बोलते हैं। हमें यही नहीं समझ आया आज तक, क्योंकि आधे रास्ते पे गुरुग्राम लिखा है, आधे रास्ते पे गुरुग्राम लिखा है और 90% लोग गुड़गावा बोलते हैं। तो द थिंग इज, वेयर वी लिव, what we learn, what we teach, there is a gap. When Supreme Court says the national education policy for the entire country, at the same time Supreme Court says national education policy might be adapted as per their state objectives. So what is this mockery of education system happening? Again, an educated prime minister, an educated education minister, an educated state minister is need of the hour.
So sir, coming to the topic, basically what we can decipher is that when we are talking about rewiring edtech with education, we need to understand that we are talking about what level of education. If we are talking about higher education, then definitely edtech involvement is mandatory. It has to go hand in hand. Without that, we will not be able to reach out to masses, which is the need of the hour, because we may not be able to open that many universities or that many institutions in a very short span. Talking about early years, there technology can still take it can go a slow pace.
use of technology.
It can be used more for the teachers and more for the parents, and a little bit for the student, or maybe nil for the student in the initial years. And as we progress towards the higher education or the further education, the technology can be involved in that. So now I would like Mr. Vikram to just give his overview, being from a technology company, that in the higher education space, when we are talking about embodying technology with education, what has been the response from the tier 2, tier 3 cities? How you have seen that the students are really benefited, and how we are able to make a difference, and what is the future for that?
I think it's a great question, Siddharth. We provide software to education institutions. Merito is the name of my company. And we help them to manage their entire admission process on our platform. हमने largely अगर आप देखो तो सारे tier 2, tier 3 में जितने भी ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं जहाँ टेक्नोलॉजी का गैप है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू हेल्पिंग देम गेट राइट सेट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, मार्केटिंग करती है यूनिवर्सिटीज़, कॉलेजेस स्पेंड करती है मार्केटिंग का, उसका क्या ROI है, यही बहुत सारी कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी को पता नहीं होता है। गूगल पे पैसे जा रहे हैं, फेसबुक पे पैसे जा रहे हैं, लीड्स आ रही है, वो लीड्स का आप क्या कर रहे हो, बच्चे को आप कैसे नर्चर कर रहे हो, वो बच्चे को काउंसलर कैसे बताता है कि कौन सा प्रोग्राम है, कौन से प्रोग्राम के लिए वो सूटेबल है, क्या उसका बैकग्राउंड है, उसके बैकग्राउंड और उसके मार्क्स के हिसाब से कौन सा प्रोग्राम रेलेवेंट है। ये सारी चीज़ें हमने टेक्नोलॉजिकली सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ और हायर एड इंस्टीट्यूशन को हेल्प करके एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया हुआ है हमारा सॉफ्टवेयर का, जिसको इंक्वायरी टू एनरोलमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म बोलते हैं। कि जब से बच्चा या पेरेंट इंक्वायर करता है एक प्रोग्राम या एक यूनिवर्सिटी या एक हायर एड इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में, और जब तक उनका एनरोलमेंट नहीं हो जाता वो इंस्टीट्यूशन में, सारी चीज़ें सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू ड्राइव होती है, एंड इट बिकम्स ईजी फॉर अ स्टूडेंट, फॉर अ पेरेंट टू मैनेज दैट एंटायर स्टूडेंट जर्नी। फ्रॉम इंस्टीट्यूशन साइड अगर आप देखो तो मार्केट इंस्टीट्यूशन में लार्जली 4 या 5 टीम होती है। एक मार्केटिंग की टीम है, एक एडमिशन की टीम है, एक आपकी काउंसलिंग की टीम है, एक फाइनेंस की टीम है, और एक हेड ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन जो सारी चीज़ें मैनेज करते हैं लार्जली। ये पांचों टीम्स को हमने इंटीग्रेट करके एक सॉफ्टवेयर में हम लेके आए हैं, एंड इट इज़ हेल्पफुल टू देम। मैं मार्केटिंग कर रहा हूँ आज, तो मैं कहाँ मार्केटिंग कर रहा हूँ, उससे किस टाइप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को अट्रैक्ट कर रहा हूँ, वो स्टूडेंट्स एप्लीकेशन भर भी रहे हैं कि नहीं मेरे इंस्टीट्यूशन की, अगर वो एप्लीकेशन भर रहे हैं तो उनकी काउंसलिंग हो भी रही है कि नहीं, अगर काउंसलिंग हो रही है तो फाइनल एडमिशन हो रहा है कि नहीं, एडमिशन हो रहा है तो फ़ी आ रही है कि नहीं। ये पूरी A to Z journey of a student is actually integrated into the software, and it is helping all the teams to see the output. मार्केटिंग को पता है कि भाई मैंने जो पैसे स्पेंड किए उसका क्या आउटकम है, एडमिशन को पता है कि भाई जो मेरे पास एप्लीकेशंस आ रही है वो कहाँ से आ रही है, कैसी आ रही है, कौन से प्रोग्राम्स के लिए आ रही है। काउंसलिंग टीम को क्लियरली दिखता है वहाँ पे कि क्या ओवरऑल काउंसलिंग का मेरा रिकॉर्ड चल रहा है, फाइनेंस टीम को दिख रहा है कि मैंने कितनी फ़ी कलेक्ट की है। तो विद दिस we are driving this forward, and 60% of private universities today are on our platform managing their entire enrollment process. In K-12 also larger chain schools, जहाँ पे बहुत सारे schools आप manage करना चाहते हो, जैसे सर ने बताया उनके 5 स्कूल है, सर ने बताया उनके 250 schools है, तो they can also manage this entire piece on a click of a button कि भाई कौन से स्कूल में क्या चल रहा है with respect to admission. So that is what we are driving today.
I think that's a wonderful initiative, and if we are able to get more schools on board with respect to your platform, that will be really helpful. And yes, obviously keeping in mind that the screen time is definitely dangerous for the student at the early years. So only if there is a die-hard requirement of any technology which needs to be delivered through.
This is largely for parents, because early year में parent भरता है application form, student तो भरता नहीं है.
That's right. So any questions from the audience? If you would want to ask any questions or any view you would like to, yeah. Can we please pass on the mic?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. Yeah. Very much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Darius Chinoy, and I'm very curious to get your perspective on what do you think would be the appropriate age for a child to actually look at screen for the first time in education? Now, pretty much most of us over here, or at least I'm Gen X. I think everybody is Gen X over there, where we went to regular school, traditional classroom-led, blackboard, chalk, and I loved those years. I was already a full-grown adult when internet was, I belong to the pre-internet generation. So considering, and I have seen live examples of cognitive, social skills of children really being damaged because of an overexposure to screen time. What do you think would be an appropriate age? Because see, we have to accept the fact that AI is now here to stay. And it's unfortunate children in schools are saying they don't even want to put in that effort to calculate. So if you could just give me your perspective, in terms of what do you think, would it be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because you are educational professionals. Thank you.
No, everyone will have their own point. Since we deal in kindergarten, but all of us have been educated, I never felt the need of mobiles till I was already a chartered accountant. Nowadays, the schools are promoting LMS, Learning Management Software. How much time is the child getting after going from school and then going to tuition centers and then getting enrolled on LMS? I do have an LMS of my own, my publishing house, my sister concern. I ask them every time, what is the purpose of that LMS when the child is in 24 hours, at least 8 hours in school, more than 8 hours in school, 2-3 hours in traveling. So half of the day of the child is spent in school, going to school, coming back from school, and then 6 hours of sleeping, and then doing the homeworks, which again is a question of concern. Why do we give homeworks when we have 8 hours in class? So why homework? Why are we not engaging our child in extracurricular activities which are nothing doing with gadgets? आप सब स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं, what is the startup? Bharat startup, right? I'm with everyone. Hello. This is Bharat startup, and who is the company sponsoring? Franchise India. हम भारत में हैं, इंडिया में हैं, हमें यही नहीं पता. Getting my point? So technology is important. What age? I think class 12 tak I would prefer not to have a technology based education system. The child should be ready for the outside world. The technology should be used by the parents, not for the child. Homeworks करना है, मोबाइल पे आ रहे हैं, ट्यूशन करना है, व्हाट्सएप पे आ रहा है, तो वाई? दिस इज माई पर्सनल ओपिनियन एज एन एजुकेशनिस्ट. तो जब तक हम ये क्लियर नहीं कर पाएंगे कि टेक्नोलॉजी की डेफिनेशन क्या है, जब तक हम इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं कर पाएंगे. लेकिन फॉर मी स्कूल लाइफ तक वी शुड नॉट एनकरेज एनी काइंड ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी अपार्ट फ्रॉम कंप्यूटर एजुकेशन.
I think just to add on that, to answer your question, one basic question is, what do you mean by screen time?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
a very basic question. If you mean the screen time is to give them a gadget and do Facebook and Insta and all that, I think no parent or no teacher would say that any time is appropriate in terms of age. But the screen time is limited to ensuring that the student is at least doing some kind of learning, like sir said about LMS and all that. I feel that there will be some learning. Homework पहले हमें book में मिलता था हमारे टाइम में, अब बहुत सारा
अब वो
होमवर्क
online
ऑनलाइन मिलता है.
Yes.
तो टेक्नोलॉजी एक्सपोजर तो होगा ही होगा बच्चे का. अब वो 4 में भी हो सकता है, 5 में भी हो सकता है, 6 में भी हो सकता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन कौन से स्कूल में किस टाइप ऑफ टीयर ऑफ सिटी में वो पढ़ रहा है.
पर सर उनका क्वेश्चन जेनरिक है, टेक्नोलॉजी एज. व्हेन वी गो टू अ स्कूल लाइक से राठौर सर सेट बागपत और इम्फाल, जहाँ पे इंटरनेट ही नहीं आता, तो वहाँ पे वो
आज इंटरनेट सब
देखिए
जगह
सर,
आता है,
इंटरनेट-
स्पीड का फर्क रहता है.
Yeah,
बस.
yeah. So,
मेरा मानना ये है कि जब हम दिल्ली के टॉप स्कूल्स में भी जाते हैं, वहाँ क्लासरूम में इंटरनेट नहीं है. स्कूल में है, क्लासरूम में नहीं है. गेटिंग द पॉइंट. इफ़ यू कंपेयर विद दुबई, जहाँ पे हर डेस्क पे टैबलेट है. व्हेन वी गो टू एनी टॉप स्कूल, आई कैन नेम एनी टॉप स्कूल इन द कंट्री मीन्स दिल्ली NCR. एज ए काउंसलर आई गो टू ऑल दी स्कूल्स. I see internet facility provided in each and every campus of the school, but they are not allowed to use it in the classroom. So then what is the purpose of having technology in the classroom? The LAN is there, the internet is not there. So when we are teaching, we say we teach through 3 learning styles: seeing, writing and hearing. तो देखने के लिए आपको टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए, लेकिन क्लासरूम के अंदर आपके जो गैजेट्स हैं वो वर्क ही नहीं करते हैं, बिकॉज इंटरनेट अलाउड नहीं है स्कूल के अंदर। तो सारा का सारा जो बर्डन है वो बच्चे को घर पे डाल दिया जाता है कि आप घर पे जाके ऑनलाइन पढ़िए। मैं ये कहता हूँ कि घर पे ऑनलाइन क्यों पढ़ना है? जब आप स्कूल में 8 घंटे की टीचिंग दे रहे हैं तो घर पे क्यों पढ़ना ऑनलाइन आपको? लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी रिक्वायर्ड है अंडर पेरेंटल सुपरविजन। फ्यूचर के लिए प्रिपेयर करने के लिए इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम इज़ वेल एनफ फंडामेंटली स्ट्रॉन्ग कि आप बिना गैजेट्स के उसको पढ़ा सकते हैं, मेरा मानना ये पर्सनल ओपिनियन।
So just to kind of try to answer your question, so what I would say is that when a child should really look at the screen, that will be too broad area, because let's say that we are using a software wherein the homework is being delivered through the screen. So in that case, if a child is going to the screen, looking at what is the homework for me, and then just taking it down, doing it, and then uploading it on the computer, I personally don't feel that it is any bad use of screen. So he or she is just trying to use technology. So for that, even if it's a class 5 or class 6 student, like my daughter does it when she was in class 5, she would download the homework, she will finish the homework on the copy, she will take a photograph or scan it and upload it on the system. So that is not really using the screen, and I really appreciate her doing that, because that makes her a future citizen. So
what about those children who do not have technology at home?
No,
we
it
talk
is-
about EWS category students, उनके घर पे तो
सर मोबाइल
नहीं है।
पेनिट्रेशन बहुत
sir,
अच्छा है
आज-
अभी,
Sir,
सबके पास
अभी
है
नहीं,
सर।
we need to understand
नहीं,
they are
अभी we are talking on
नहीं।
वही इंडिया और भारत वाली बात कर
नहीं,
रहे
नहीं,
हैं।
they are
90% of the children do not have internet facility
नहीं,
at
we
their home.
need to understand there are
sir.
so many India within the India,
No, exactly.
है ना?
तो
There are
सर का
so many
question
India
है-
within the India.
सर का क्वेश्चन
So
है टेक्नोलॉजी की एज क्या है? तो
नहीं,
that is
sir.
not about Delhi और बॉम्बे और मद्रास,
मैं
that
आप-
is about the country.
मैं आपको एक लाइव एग्जांपल दे सकता हूँ। Just a few days ago, there was this young 8th grader. 8th grader means 13-year-old boy
13-year-old.
who came up to me, and see, I come a little bit from a defense family, so defense का experience है, and he was very curious to know what is the life of a Indian naval officer. So obviously my course-mates over there, we told him that what you can expect, and we want the youngsters to actually have proper heroes, okay? So I told him that there is a lot of literature available. Go to your library and try to figure out. See, information is there everywhere, digitally and even in hard copies. So his answer actually dumbfounded me. He actually said, I want to see visually online. And for a 13-year-old boy to be wanting to say that for him learning visually is actually setting a very dangerous precedent. So I just believe the social dynamics of the teacher-parent relationship has changed, because see, all you gentlemen, all you 4 gentlemen, we belong to the same generation. There was a time when we respected our teachers. We really did. So मतलब जब parent-teacher meeting, मेरे time पे तो कभी नहीं होता था parent-teacher meeting. When we went to meet the teacher was like up there, and the teacher told the parent and gave strong feedback. If the feedback was really negative, the parent was very humble enough to accept it. Now in 2025, I find actually parents bullying teachers. So the social dynamics has changed.
Sir,
So what I'm saying is, let me add. So the teachers are, so the parents are actually bullying teachers to say that our child will use technology. आप जो भी है आपका homework please आप हमें भेज दो, इस पे भेज दो, बच्चा जो है screen time जो भी है use करेगा, and we will monitor. But gentlemen, nobody monitors. Nobody monitors. So which is why the social dynamics have changed, but it's dangerous.
So
Sir,
Sir,
as a counselor, I will tell you, when parents come to me for getting admissions, they hand over the phone to the child, and when the child is in class 6 and 7, those parents come again to me, sir, iska screen time छुड़वा दो. Most of the children who are studying
So-
in their houses
It's
during
a disease.
laptops,
It's become a disease.
it has become a disease. And most of the children when we go, हम सब माँ बाप हैं, लैपटॉप लेके बैठे हैं बच्चे, लेकिन उसका लैपटॉप का स्क्रीन किसकी तरफ है? अपनी तरफ है. माँ बाप पीछे से देखना चाहते हैं तो बच्चा 1 सेकंड में लैपटॉप को रिवर्स कर लेता है, मिनिमाइज कर लेता है. Why? Not all, majority of them. As a counselor, I interact with 100 of parents every month, and they say कि टैब इतने सारे उस पे
खुले रहते हैं.
खुले रहते हैं, लैपटॉप वो इधर करके बैठता है, फ़ोन वो 1 सेकंड में तकिए के नीचे छुपा देता है. What is the purpose of giving that kind of an education when we are afraid of teaching the school education system into the home education system via this online homeworks? Why do we need to give homeworks through online? I don't
सर ये तो जब हम स्टूडेंट थे तब भी होता था, हम भी कॉमिक पढ़ते होते थे, पेरेंट्स आ जाते थे, हम भी तकिए के नीचे कॉमिक छुपा देते थे.
So I just
it is just about,
I
you
just
know,
wanted
you
to
are- yeah.
add one line, Rajiv. So आपका क्वेश्चन का आंसर सर आप ही ने दिया है कि at what age. तो we cannot decide at what age, parent decide at what age. क्योंकि पेरेंट ही उसको कहता है LMS करो, पेरेंट ही टीचर को जाके बोलता है आप मुझे भेज दो, इसको मेरे मेल पे भेज दो, मेरे ऐप पे भेज दो, जो भी ऐप स्कूल की है, एंड ही विल कंप्लीट और शी विल कंप्लीट. सो definitely we should not expose the children for the small
yes.
screen. Mobile
True.
should not be given
True.
up to a certain age. The age, I tell you, I gave my children, I gave the mobile phone when they had their last examination of grade 12. 12वीं क्लास का दोनों बच्चों का जब लास्ट एग्ज़ाम था, तो माई डॉटर इज़ एल्डर, तो मैंने उसको सरप्राइज़ दिया, फ़ोन एक्टिवेट करके रखा हुआ था एक दिन पहले से कि नाउ यू कैन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द फ़ोन नंबर टू योर फ्रेंड्स बिकॉज आफ्टर दिस यू आई डोंट नो व्हेन एवर यू आर मीटिंग. एंड माई सन वॉज वेरी स्मार्ट, उसने कहा सरप्राइज नहीं चाहिए, मेरी पसंद का फ़ोन चाहिए, मुझे पता है कल फ़ोन मिलने वाला है, तो एग्ज़ाम के बाद साथ चलेंगे खरीदने
That's a
के
good
लिए.
one.
तो 12th तक पर्सनल फ़ोन की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. आई टेल यू व्हाई. बिकॉज either the child is in the school which is a set format, or it is at he or she is at the home
Sir,
or in the tuition.
Yes, even if you look at the recent decisions that have been taken by the Trump administration, a couple of states, they have made it a zero mobile policy for the students to carry mobile phones to the school. So which is okay. So
But
yeah.
I tell
In-
you, there is a school. There are so many schools.
Yes.
But one school I know very closely. The principal changed. The principal changed a few years back, maybe 2-3 years back. The new principal came with the modern thoughts. Let's allow the children to bring the telephone, their mobile phone in the classroom also. So this depends on the principal also.
Right.
All the children are very happy. वो वाली मैडम तो अच्छी नहीं थी. She was very strict. वो हमारी तरह से काम करती थी. अब वो जो नई प्रिंसिपल आई है वो बच्चों की तरह काम कर रही हैं. तो now this principle is very popular in the among the children, but not popular among the parents.
Right.
And the result of that school has dropped drastically. The school who was producing CBSE toppers, IIT JEE toppers, NEET toppers, now no ranking of any child in any.
You got the answer.
I think.
Till class 12, no mobile phones.
So I think
तो मैंने क्या किया वो मैंने बताया.
that was a.
आपने भी तो 12th के बाद ही दिया ना?
चलो ठीक है. So thank you very much.